him that same way and stays on him, can he beat that Tyson Fury? Because Tyson Fury was just boxing his face off.
When this does happen, who would you pick out the gate on this one?
You have to pick Tyson Fury.
Yeah.
Because I think he won the first fight. Deontay knocked him down twice, but not only did he knock him down in the 12th round, but Tyson Fury came back and won the remainder of that round. So you could almost give that round a draw. And then the other round when he knocked him down, you got to give to Deontay Wilder. The remaining, Tyson Fury just took the judges out of the equation and just bombed on him. You got to think Deontay Wilder coming into that fight has flatlined every single opponent he's faced except for Tyson Fury. Stavern, he didn't flatline him in the first fight. He just beat him by decision, beat the shit out of him. But in the second fight, he murked him. So he was probably thinking he could murk anybody. All he has to do is touch him, the way he did with Luis Ortiz.
Yes.
Same thing in the first fight. Had a tough first fight with him. Second fight, murks him with one punch. I think he just had this thing in his head that that's what he does, and he's going to do that to Tyson Fury too. And he never believed that Tyson Fury was actually going to fight that way. That he was going to jump on him.
But Tyson said he was going to do that.
I know, but
like told him the game plan. Like,
Deontay
I'm coming after you.
Literally said, "You don't believe a word you're saying." That's what he said. He believes it now. He believes it now. I'm real excited. I'm excited to see.
I'm excited for the third one.
Deontay's 6'7", Fury's 6'9". 6'9", 270 pounds. And he just he said he figured out in the first fight that Deontay, in the 12th round, he started backing Deontay up. Deontay can't fight backing up. Because Deontay is a guy who pushes forward, and he's got this ridiculous power.
Right.
And everybody's scared of his power, so everybody's moving all the time. And Fury realized in the 12th round, after Deontay knocked him down, almost knocked him out, he got up and started chasing Deontay, and Deontay fought sloppy. He said he looked awkward. He said his footwork didn't look so good.
Technique.
Deontay's known as being this guy who's got an eraser. His right hand's like an eraser. All the mistakes, Teddy Atlas put it this way, all the mistakes of the previous rounds all get erased with one punch. Blah! He just shuts people's lights out. And he has that confidence that he has that eraser power. But with Tyson Fury realized, like, look, Tyson doesn't fight that way. Tyson Fury fights on his toes. He sticks and moves. He did a lot of head movement and a lot of like shucking and jiving, and it makes it very difficult for you to figure out what he's doing. Like, is he going here? Is he going there? Is he moving? Is he jabbing? He'll come at you like this with 2, 3 fake jabs, then a jab at a right hand. He'll throw a right hand to the body, then he'll throw a left uppercut. He'll step to the side of you. He'll throw a right hand. He'll move out of the way. He'll pop you with a jab as he's moving away. He's like a very technical, like really sophisticated boxer. If you look at the movement that he does, for someone as big as him, it's really kind of crazy. And it's not that he couldn't step forward and smash people and knock people out. It's just he knows the sweet science.
Yes.
You know, he knows the sweet science. But then he realized for this fight, he had to fight a different way. To shock Deontay, he had to come at Deontay full blast, get in his face from the jump, and that's exactly what he did. He also changed trainers, and he went with Sugar Hill, who's a Kronk trainer. Kronk is where Tommy Hearns came from. Gerald McClellan, some of the great like knockout artists of the past. And Kronk Jim from Emmanuel Stewart was known as being a very offensive style of fighting. They have heavy jabs. They don't touch you with the jab. They're smashing with the jab. Big power in the right hand. Like Kronk was an attacking, aggressive style. Like they were all known. Like they would wear those Kronk shorts, those yellow golden shorts. He was dead serious. He was going for seek and destroy. He told everybody that's what he was going to do too. But nobody believed him. Everybody thought it was just a hustle. Like him saying, I'm going to knock out Deontay Wilder. I'm going to come after him. I'm going to knock him out in 2 rounds. Everybody's like, you're out of your mind. Even Deontay was like, you don't believe a word you're saying. You're just talking. You're not going to try to knock me out. That's exactly what he did.
He figured out the puzzle.
He figured out the puzzle. In the 12th round of the first fight, he just realized when he had him backing up, he's like, oh, this guy stumbles on his feet. He gets all awkward and you got him backing up.
Yeah.
So he just stuck to him like glue.
He took that L.
The idea that Deontay Wilder with a 40-pound outfit on, that it killed his legs, walk into the ring, that's crazy talk. I don't understand why he would say that. I mean, maybe it's true. If it's true.
He said he had it on like 20 minutes before or 15 minutes before.
Did he?
He went out.
It's possible. Look, it's possible. I mean, it might have wore him out.
he just got beat up.
It might have wore him out. But the real big thing happened in the third round when Tyson Fury, he he put that jab in his face and hit him with that beautiful overhand right on the ear and dropped him.
Equilibrium went off after that. Does that cause equal?
Oh yeah, 100%.
Okay,
because he was bleeding out of his ear.
Out of his ear, yeah.
So that's a significant injury. It could be a ruptured eardrum. When you get hit on the ear like that, like a lot of times your eardrum ruptures. Happens all the time. And when that happens, you don't know how to stand upright. Your body's all wacky. It's not moving correctly, and that's what it looked like with him. And that's what I was saying when I was watching it. I was like, his equilibrium's off. I go, this is what's going on. And then eventually the commentator said it as well. But his legs weren't under him. But also he was getting bombed on.
Oh, yeah.
He was getting bombed on. And Tyson Fury was hanging on him. He would wrap his arm around his head and lean on him with that 270 pounds. So he's carrying all that shit too. And Tyson Fury did something that had never been done before, and that he bullied Deontay Wilder. He got on, and he came in heavy. And a lot of people thought he came in too heavy. But I think one of the reasons why he came in heavy is this is part of the strategy. He went to, what's up? You got something?
Yeah. Did not have a broken eardrum, apparently.
A minor laceration to his ear. Wilder did not have a broken jaw, someone speculated, nor did he have a broken eardrum. He had a 2-centimeter cut on his ear that took 7 stitches to close. Defeat to Fury was the first of Wilder's professional career. That's interesting. So even though he didn't have a ruptured eardrum, he still took a significant shot to the ear, which oftentimes fucks up your equilibrium.
Mm-hmm.
And any shot to the temple, to the ear, a lot of times that fucks up your balance. But he got bombed on.
Oh, yeah.
And Tyson Fury figured something out in the first fight, that in the 12th round, Deontay did not like it when he came after him. He said he doesn't fight well backing up. He said he's awkward on his feet. And so instead of letting Deontay come to him and he was boxing like he did for most of the first fight, he fought the second fight the way he fought him in the 12th round.
He came after him.
Just get glued to his face, run right after him, hit him with a right hand. So if he's got one of the most ruthless punching knockout artists in the history of the sport, if not the number one. I mean, the guy has 42 knockouts, which is insane. Like his,
how many did Tyson have?
Maybe he has 41. 40. I think he's got 41 knockouts, 42 wins, 1 by decision, and 1 draw. And now he has 1 loss. Tyson had less. Tyson went to the decision with a lot of people.
Oh, okay.
You know, he went to decision with Mitch Blood Green. He went to decision with, I mean, you can go down the list. There was a lot of people. Tyson's obviously one of the greats and obviously a brutal knockout artist, but Deontay Wilder has that touch of death. It's crazy. I mean, he dropped Tyson Fury twice in their first fight. But
do you think they should have stopped it at the 7th?
Yes.
Or earlier?
I think it's better for his life and his career that they stopped it. He wasn't going to come back. And Tyson Fury was not going to stop punching him in the head either. He was going to keep doing it. Tyson was pure and clean and literally unharmed and looked fantastic. I mean, he'd been hit a couple of times, but no problems.
Yeah.
There was nothing that rocked him, nothing that hurt him. You know, a few punches bounced off of him, but he was putting it on Deontay. What's going on with Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder? Do you think that Tyson knew that he was going to have to defend against Deontay and that this whole Anthony Joshua thing, because that's what Joshua thinks, that he knew the whole time that he wasn't going to be able to make that fight, and they were just letting them get all hyped up about it, but knew he had to really face Deontay Wilder because of the lawsuit.
No, it's 100% not true.
Not true.
No, there was an arbitration going on, and they were actively trying to, you know, and I know this on firsthand knowledge, they were actively trying to make sure that they, he was trying to get out of the third fight. He thought that he had a contractual right not to have to fight that third fight because it had to happen at a certain time. And the arbitration's confidential, but I know what was going on, and I know that they were actively trying to make sure that he didn't have to fight that third fight.
Mm.
So I don't believe in the conspiracy theory. I think Tyson Fury you call him whatever you want, but that's a man right there. He'll fight anyone.
That's a fact.
I mean, if you ever see him live in a gym, I mean, everyone who's watching the sparring's jaw is on the floor to watch this guy, as big as he is, with back fat. I mean,
I do love that he gets fat.
That back fat
Yeah.
is like some stubborn, they look like 2 ham hocks, and you see him and you're like,
That's beer.
he moves like a gazelle. He is I've never seen anything like it. Lennox has watched him and be like this. I can't believe what I'm seeing. He's just remarkably gifted.